Hello and welcome back to ThreeMartiniLaunch Plays Kerbal Space Program. I am ThreeMartiniLaunch and I am playing Kerbal Space Program. When we last left, I had 7,600 points to spend on technologies. This, by the way, is my third in the series of trying to max out the tech tree and the fewest possible missions. It's a challenge issued by Skyrender in the KSP forums called Career Mode Science Challenge. My first mission, I landed on Minmus, did a flyby of the moon, and then landed back on Kerbin for 411 points. The second mission, I did a grand tour of Jewel, getting encounters with Leidval and Tylo, then landing on Pole, and then getting into orbit around Bop for just over 7,500 points. Poor Devi, however, is stranded in Bop orbit. So we'll see if maybe I can launch a rescue mission at some point. Not this episode. This is probably the last episode, unless there's a big outcry. Oh, we'll go save Devi. Then I'll go get him. So, anyways, this is where it left me. I've got just a few holes to patch up here on the tech tree. We've got 4 of these for 550 points, and that would be 2,200, and then 2 of these for 300 apiece, making for a total of 2,800. Minus 48 is 2,752. So I'm pretty sure I could probably just go to the moon and hop around to the various biomes on the moon, land there. But I'm ThreeMartiniLaunch. I'm not ThreeMartiniLand. I hate landing on the moon. I suck at it. I got about a 50-50 shot when I go for landing on the moon. So anyways, I decided I'm going to go do a dual mission. Going to send a manned mission to Duna and Ike and return them safely to Kerbin, as well as sending a probe to investigate Eve and Gilly. Now this lifter is probably a little bit of overkill, but well, it'll certainly get the job done. Let's start up here at the top. This is the probe I'm sending to Eve and Gilly. Starts about here, goes down here. Not a whole lot of fuel, but he's using one of those atomic engines, so it shouldn't have any trouble. And you might be asking, hey, ThreeMartini, what are those rovers doing up there? Well, you'll just have to wait and see. Down below that, well, we've got 2 sections here for an Apollo-style Duna mission. We've got the lander, and of course a pusher is going to push everybody out to the Duna system. The lander is going to land on Ike, and then go land on Duna, and then come back up and redock, and everyone's going to come back up. Then of course I've got that horribly overpowered lifter vehicle. So I think that's it. We'll go ahead and get out of the launch pad. I'll switch over to post commentary on 4x, so I will see you there. And on the launch pad we are. Now this is turns out this is a very long video. And I'm sorry for the delays of getting it posted. It's taken like a day and a half or 2 days to edit it. There's hours of video I had to cut down and compress. So I did cut out a lot of stuff. I hope it doesn't look too disjointed. Anyways, here I am launching the craft. Get up into orbit, and I'm going to separate off the probe section. That's the probe, again, that's going to Eve, you may recall. And get that timer out of the way. That's pretty cool. Takes up a lot of space. Well, now the little rovers, what are we going to do with those? Well, it turns out one of them is a complete waste of Delta V, carrying it around. The other one proves to be quite instrumental, and you will see. Anyways, they've got RCS on them. I'm going to go ahead and dock up. One docks up to the Apollo-style mission going to Duna. You see that here, and then you better spin around there. Those engines are gonna. Okay, there we go. There we go. And let's pull it in and yeah, come on. Let's go. Okay, it's all getting docked up now. Talking and saying stuff, using words, and not my best docking, but adequate. It'll do. And let's get that other one off of there, and it's going to go ahead and dock up on the front of the Eve probe. And here we go. Just moves on around. And I must say, I've gotten pretty good docking. Don't mind doing it. I'm not lined up any particular north-south here. I normally do if I don't have a mech jet to get that minus parallel. But this thing is small enough that even if I'm off by a few degrees, it's not going to matter. Anyways, the Eve probe goes ahead and ejects to Eve. And, eventually, there we go. And, I'm taking my time here, not sure why I'm lingering on this particular part of it. Oh, I guess I finished ejected Eve, and I'm doing the Duna one now. Not sure what happened with that, but anyways, we do have 2 missions going, one going to Eve, one going to Duna. And looks like I'm back to the Eve mission now. Yeah, okay. Well, there's different stuff happens at different times. I had to set that alarm clock to, let me know what's going on. And I'm going to go ahead and fine-tune that periapsis, get it down to, I don't recall, 100. I forgot what the Eve periapsis was. Go ahead and get those solar panels in. Oh, no, wait, get it back out. Got some more science to do. And doing the science and coming down to Eve. And I think I wound up pulling one of those panels back in. And it turned out to not be completely necessary. The other panel didn't get fried off or anything. Anyways, bringing the Appoloesque down via aero braking technique. And it looks like it was 72,000 meters that I pulled in there. Anyways, after aero braking, I take a couple laps around Eve and get to where it's going to be a kind of a close approach to Gilly. So I go ahead and use up about 100, I think it was 130 delta V there to go ahead and set up a Gilly encounter. And then come into Gilly, and I'm going to do a bunch of science here. I go ahead and look. And it's going to be, 750 meters per second delta V. I just don't have it. I'm not going to have that and be able to land. So I'm just doing a flyby. I even tried during simulation to eject that rover and have it land on Gilly, but I just couldn't pull it down. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and land on Eve with that probe. And here it goes. Again, I've drained Gilly of as much science as I possibly could, and I'm bringing that down now and testing on Kerbin. When the chute fully deployed, the final section, the engine fell. Oop, there it goes. Yeah, but I didn't really need that engine anyways. I'm not taking off of Eve. That's for sure. Just going to go ahead and land, and oop, there we go. Landed on the surface of Eve and doing lots of good science. Go ahead and get those. And I don't know how I managed to hit land. I thought I was going to, for sure, land in the oceans. But in any event, landed on land, got a lot of good science. I did try again to get that probe off of there, but the magnetism was just too much. I tried twisting and turning and flipping and using the RCS and twisting and flipping, and I just couldn't get it off. Anyways, onto the piece de resistance, the Apollo mission to Duna. And there I go. I got myself coming in at a couple of 100,000 meters. Going to go ahead and I use the maneuver node to determine what direction to thrust and then thrust. Typically it's anti-radial. I'm going to bring that down to about 12,500 meters. But due to some floating point bug, it winds up being 14,000 meters. But it still gets me into orbit, so I'm not terribly upset with that. And here I come, coming down. I don't even think I retract the solar panels. I don't think there's any real danger in the aero brake maneuver in Duna. Anyways, I'm going to want to run. Ooh, there we go. Rendezvous with the Gilly, and wow, how handy. I wind up just having to more or less adjust my inclination. I did something there at Appoloesque. I think I had to pull my periapsis up. Anyways, I come on into Gilly's sphere of influence. Do a bunch of science, drop that periapsis down to a reasonable level, and then circularize the orbit. And circularizing. Come on, bring it down, bring it on down. And I think I forgot what it came down to, 30,000 or 40,000 meters. Anyways, transfer the crew out of the main capsule into the lander. very Appoloesque, except they could climb through the docking port. I can't do that here. But anyways, come on, grab on. Oh yeah, well we all know ThreeMartiniLaunch sucks at EVA. So let's make another attempt at it. And okay, there we go, and he's in. And let's get I don't know, Bill or Bob or the other one. Jeb, being the mission commander, stays aboard the main capsule in orbit. Anyways, I don't know. We'll just say this is Bill, and he goes ahead and has a much easier job of getting in. In fact, I only had to hit F once. I didn't have to hit F to grab. I'd have to board. Just F one time did it. Anyways, we separate from the. Ooh, I'm getting a little jerky there in the video. Anyway, separate from the pusher. I hope it doesn't come out this jerky in the final product. This is very distracting. Yeah, this is really jerky. Anyways, flipping around, and we're going to go ahead and burn a little retrograde to land down on Ike. Come on. Yeah, you should have edited some of this out. And I'm doing a landing technique I normally don't do. Normally, I'll drop my periapsis down to about 9 or 10,000 meters above the surface. This would be, say, over the moon or even over Minmus or Gilly, and then when I get to the periapsis, burn retrograde and then drop, whatever, the 9 or 10,000 meters straight down. In this case, I went ahead and did an intercept with the ground. I'm going to do it a little bit differently, but Gilly's gravity is light enough that it's I'm not really taking a big risk here. I'm sure I did quick save, but there was no issue with that. Anyways, doing the same type of technique, putting the retrograde marker on the north pole of the nav ball, and then just sailing down, looking IVA for that radar altimeter. Oh, coming down. Oh, come on, more rocket. Okay, that's too much. And come on, land, and he's coming down softly, and touchdown. And somebody's going to get out. Let's see. It's going to be who's it going to be? It's going to be Bob. Oop, Bob jumps on out, runs on over. Let's plant a flag there, Bob. Oop, no, we'll first get a screenshot for the thumbnail. Let's see if I remember to use it. And what do I say on this? As welcome to Ike. Okay, TML sucks in the yeah, what I meant by that, I'm sucking in like a vacuum cleaner. I don't suck in the science. I suck in the science. Anyways, I did all the science, and now it's time to head off. So get those. I probably didn't need to retract the solar panels. But anyways, I retracted the solar panels, retracted the landing gear. You notice I didn't do anything with the rover here. I didn't need to. Anyways, take it off. And again, playing with no atmosphere, all you have to do is we're at hidden mountains. You can otherwise you can do your gravity turn almost immediately. And I go ahead and eventually come into dock with the pusher station, or pusher portion of the vessel. And again, getting a little bit of jerkiness. Again, last time this rendered out, so I'm hoping that's just an artifact of the video editor. I've noticed the game is getting a bit jerky too. And I've recently reinstalled it, and it's still jerky. I think it's time to reload Windows on my computer. Anyways, done with Ike. We're going to go ahead and land at Duna. So we set up an encounter there. Let's go ahead and detach. And at this point, I vaguely recall that I was really very hammered. Oh, there we go, and I hammered that spaceship as well. So I don't really remember. Well, I mean, obviously it went well enough, but I don't remember the landing. I've been hitting those martinis pretty hard, but let's see how I do here. And this one, I think I'm going to drop my periapsis down to 9,000 meters. That's my calling card for landing on Dune, which I've done a couple of 100 bajillion times. Shoot for 9 or 10,000 meters, and then the air resistance is enough to slow you down there. But yeah, they're about 10,000 meters. And eventually, coming on down, and yep, check out that radar altimeter. Although I'm high enough now, 12,000 meters, I'm not going to see anything on it. Lower that landing gear, and continue to talk so people stay interested. Oh, we let out the drogue parachutes. So let the drogues out. And For those of you who have spaceships that happen to break apart when the parachutes engage, I recommend using drogue chutes. They'll slow you down enough. The key is with drogue chutes is patience. You have to wait for them to open, wait for them to slow your ship down, and then go ahead and launch your main chutes. And you can see here it slowed me down to about 13 and a half meters per second. I'm coming down, and there we go. And once again, I know I'm going to plant a flag, but no, I can't even get out of the spaceship. Oh, I was pretty drunk. Let's see what I said on the flag. It's coming on out. Okay, that's far enough. Plant the flag. Man, you can never read the flag. They should do something with the lighting. One small step. Oh, that's pretty original. Let's hope it gets more original. Let's see something good. Oh my goodness. Oh, how sucky. Anyways, I wound up doing a whole bunch of science. And, well, that was interesting. Yeah, well, that was supposed to be a smooth transition, but, I guess I blew that. Anyways, I tried to get that rover off, but all the tires are flat, so let's bring out, I don't know if that's Bill or Bob or which one, the mechanic of the group. And he goes ahead and fixes all those tires. Get out of the way there, so I can run over. No, when it slides right out. Well, handy. And bring it on over. And hop in. Let's get, Bob Gibson comes out. Ooh, he uses rocket pack, doesn't fall over. And let's go for, look around. Yeah, there's really nothing interesting around here. I landed in the dullest part of Duna. But we can still drive around nonetheless. Let's drive around. Let's don't get too far away. I just want to drive around. Just proof of concept. Oh no! Oh, watch out! Oh, okay. Well, nothing's. Screw this! I'm getting back in the ship. Let's get out of here. I'm going home, and here we go. And take off. And I'm sure that there's some kind of launch profile on Duna similar to what there is on Kerbin. I don't know what it is, but I managed to get out, get launched, get docked with the pusher vehicle, get a little more of that jerkiness. Hope that renders out, and transfer the fuel out of there. I think. Come on, yeah, there we go. Transfer the fuel out of the lander. And I really would have liked to have brought this lander back. The science bonus for having a ship that landed on Duna, I'm going to guess, is pretty big. In retrospect, I could have done it. You only need like 650 delta V to come back from Duna to Kerbin. Maybe a little more for mid-course correction. Call it 700 meters per second delta V. And I'm sure I could have brought this ship back with me. Anyways, what I wound up doing, well, let's get these guys back in the, careful, get back in the capsule. Come on, get in there. There we go. What I wound up doing is eventually I'll wind up pointing myself retrograde, and something happened here. Oh, my computer rebooted. Nope, no, I didn't. Okay, my screensaver must have gone on. It had been so long. Okay, well, I didn't see it, but hopefully you guys did. I pointed retrograde, dropped the orbit down to 10,000 meters so the thing would crash into the surface, then pointed prograde again, and, whatever. Anyways, we're coming on back to Kerbin. And again, I edited out a bunch of this just to make it as quick as possible. In fact, I even get in a retrograde orbit around Kerbin, just because I'm in such a hurry to get home. And we land safely. I think I might do some crew reports and do a little more, just a couple of more points of science. Get out, get an EV report, sample, soil samples, and return. So there we have it. I'll meet you back in real time in the science building, and I'll see you there. And now let's take a look at all that delicious science. Oh, 8353. I started with 48, so it's 8305 for one mission. Not terribly bad. Let's Let's see what that gets me on the tech tree here. Well, I'll go ahead and pick up, xenon stuff, I guess, ion propulsion. And maybe high altitude flight. That looks like a good one. I might be able to use that to get more science. No, and of course some rover wheels. And the big robot brain. And some like canards or whatever. Ooh, the aerospike. Nice. And finally the heavy aerodynamics. So there we go. 3 missions maxed out the tech tree with 53 remaining. Anyways, I'm looking for another mission to do. If you guys want to see a series, let me know in the comments. It's something realistic, something I can do between. I'm happy doing a single episode, but I'd like to see something I can do between, say, 3 and 10 episodes. If you want a tutorial, I'm happy to do one. But I know some of the other guys. Scott Manley and I can't think of the guys' names off the top of my head. They're actual rocket scientists, and I'm not. I'm just a guy. Good math background, but that's about it. I like playing Kerbal Space Program. I'm happy to do a tutorial, but you might be better served by one of the guys that has a real education in the subject. So let me know. Otherwise, I'll be combing the forums for various challenges, and I'm sure I'll see you around. So I want to thank you all for tuning in, and good night, everybody. You too, Mrs. Miller.